Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm beyond excited today because I'm going to bring to you Lee Jagger, the powerhouse of sex. She is a sex coach behind the rock bedroom. Lee's on a mission to help women find their own pleasure, deepen intimacy, and unleash confidence in more delicious ways than you could imagine. So get ready for some no BS, high energy insight, and I am just so excited, to have you on the show. Lee, before we jump into all these things, I just want to like throw around and jump into all that little spicy stuff. Can you give us a quick hello and share what lit the fire for you to become a sex coach?
Oh my gosh. Well, first off, I'm totally giddy to be here. This is gonna I love your podcast and this is gonna be a juicy conversation. Yeah, and how I got started, I did not go looking to be a sex coach at all, talk about sex at all. I was in a position where I was in desperate need of money, um, and someone called me up on my Craigslist ad looking for a job, and I'd listed massage in there, and she's like, "Hey, you can make a." Have you ever thought of doing happy ending massages? You can make a ton of money. And I'm like, well, what? Because, yeah, like I was at the time not at all what you would call a sex kitten at all. My libido was low. My guy had periodic erection issues. We didn't have sex that often. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, me, do happy ending massages? Absolutely not. But I was broke and I needed the money. So I thought, oh, I'll give it a couple weeks just to get ahead and then I'll quit, of course.
Yeah.
And so I went in and I the first day they just threw me in, no training, no warm up on a pickle, like no dildo. Here's some tips. No, not at all. And you ever watch the show Seinfeld?
Yes.
Yeah, you know the character Elaine, like she does
Yes.
these crazy dance moves, and she thinks she's totally cool, busting out with some funky moves, but she just looks totally awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me, except unlike Elaine, I totally knew my awkwardness. I was feeling it in my bones. And especially the happy ending part, I was just fumbling my way through and I didn't really know what to do other than, up and down. And at one point the guy at the happy ending part, he pushes my hand away and he finishes himself off. And I'm
Oh,
just standing there and I'm silently trying not to fidget and not sure where to look or where to put my oily hands. And I hated that feeling of being
yeah.
incompetent. I I'm used to following whatever the guy wants to do. I'm not used to initiating. I'm not used to taking control. I had no creativity. I had
Yeah.
no power in the bedroom, I realized.
Right.
And instead of booking it out of there, I realized, oh, this is big girl panty time. Like
Hmm.
I leaned in and I wanted to be good in bed. I realized, oh my God, you suck. Like you have no power in the bedroom. And so I realized this is my opportunity, my practice ground to develop some skills.
Right.
And 2,000 clients later, I
Hmm.
I developed a lot of skills. And if a guy couldn't get it up, I figured out exactly how to take him to the moon.
Right.
Um, and my confidence just skyrocketed. Like within a couple weeks of doing that work, I changed and my relationship with my boyfriend changed
Yeah.
and his ED was no longer a problem. And I was feeling like Beyonce strutting onto her stage and owning it.
Right.
And so my girlfriends, they're like, "Hey, so Lee, we see the sparks flying with you and your boyfriend. Mind sharing the knowledge, because I told them what I was doing." And so I started teaching women and their relationships improved. So I'm like, "Oh my God, I got to do this." And so now I teach women all over the world. Uh, and it's the most gratifying thing I've ever done to see women step into their power in
Yeah.
the bedroom, and that just ripples out of the bedroom. Like they ask for a raise at work, they don't let men push them around, like not physically push them around, but just like they're not intimidated by men anymore. They're queens. And I get
Yeah.
to watch that happen. And
Right.
so that's kind of how I got into it, very accidentally.
Wow, that is some story. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Now, your erotic massage on men seems like to win, a win for them. Now, what do women gain from it? Because a lot of times, like, women go into the, the guys ask for certain things, and women are like, a lot of times, women don't want to really give it. They don't find any satisfaction with it. How does this transform her, her experience and her connection if she can change the way she's thinking about it?
That is a great question. And a question I get all the time, actually. Women are like, so you're teaching us how to service him? Like, what the hell? And no, that's not it at all.
Hmm.
I teach a lot of bedroom communication stuff and erotic massage. So how to touch his privates,
Right,
his whole body, but specifically his privates with your hands.
right.
And the first thing that goes up for women is confidence.
Yeah,
Just like no one wants to look bad in bed. No one A lot of women, they're like, I actually thought I was really good in bed. And then I realized I don't know how to touch a penis. Like I actually don't, like, I know up and down, I know maybe swirl around the head. Like I know three things, and they're mostly just to get him off, like to get him hard enough so we can have intercourse. But I realized, wow, I don't have any skills with my hands. And so their confidence goes way up. Their creativity in the bedroom goes way up. Like I said before, it ripples out into the rest of the world, outside of the bedroom, outside of the home. But also, like this one client I have, she's married for 55 years now.
wow.
And she said, we've always been really good at communication, but my husband and I are now talking about things that we never talked about before, that were difficult to talk about. Now they're easy to talk about. So your general relationship happiness increases as well.
Yeah,
Um, Also, like a lot of women, they can't do intercourse anymore. Their body's going through changes. Like she's dry down there.
yeah,
Or the guy's body's change, and he's got ED, and no matter what she does, the ED won't go away. Like he's never going to get an erection again. And this
yeah,
provides them with more options to connect, to be intimate, and but not have intercourse be part of it.
right.
Um, yeah, and the with the law of reciprocation, like if you treat your man like a king,
Mm-hmm.
he will, in the words of one of my male clients, he he will swim oceans for you. Like he'll
Yeah,
be fixing that fence that he's been putting off for months. He'll be cooking you dinner, like his treatment of you definitely goes up because he wants to get back to that sweet spot. And
right.
and so it's a win-win for both the guy and the woman to I find whoever goes first wins. Like
Yes,
if a woman is treating her guy like a king, it's really difficult for him to not turn around and treat her like a queen.
right.
Like it's when someone's nice to you, it's so easy to be nice to them back. It's the
Yeah,
same kind of thing. So the woman really gets a lot coming back to her
yeah,
when she takes the initiative, learn just a few skills, try them out on her guy, and just watch him melt under her hands. Like
yeah.
it's coming
Hmm.
back to you, honey. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Because they want to be appreciated, and they want to be rewarded, especially guys. I feel like guys are like, they're like little kids in a sense where, they do something good, they want to be rewarded, and so,
Yeah, they like the brownie points.
they
And
like,
they want to know that what they're doing for us, like when he's fixing that fence, that's him loving us. That's him
hmm.
supporting us. That's him taking something off our plate. Like and we need to let him know that we know. that we
Yeah.
appreciate it, that we adore him, that we respect him.
Right.
And a lot of men, like, physical touch is their number one love language. So
Yeah.
you show him your love for him and your appreciation for him through touch, through sexual touch. Forget about it. Like he's putty in your hands. Like he
Yeah.
feels so loved, so
100.
loved. I think it was Mother Teresa. She said, and I may paraphrase this, she said, the most terrible poverty is loneliness and the
Mm,
feeling of being unwanted. And
yes.
when a man isn't touched, when he, like his, if you don't touch his penis, if you don't touch his body, like
Yeah.
making it like you want to touch him, it's not just an obligation thing. You're not just touching him in order to have something else happen. Like it's just unconditional love and touch. If you
Yeah.
don't do that, he's feeling very lonely and very unwanted, even on a subconscious level. And
Yeah.
he will not likely say anything because he's just gonna, if he's ever said, hey, so I wish you would have sex more or whatever, it seems naggy, seems like he's insensitive. The first time he has that conversation and gets shut down, he's not gonna do that again. Very reluctantly.
Yeah.
So we need to know how to connect with our guy through touch. We really
Yeah.
do. It just serves everybody.
Oh, I agree 100%. Now, erotic massage on men seems like a win for him. Like, also, I want to know, like, what about women whose partners struggle with erections? Like, what then? Like, what creative tools can they use to keep the passion alive?
There are so many ways to touch, especially his penis. Like when his penis is soft,
Mm-hmm.
women think, and I know because I thought the same way until I learned all these techniques, and I learned over 69 techniques on how to just for his privates alone. Like there's a lot. And almost
69?
69. Well, there's actually over 69, but someone said no, keep it at 69 because everyone will remember that number.
Yeah.
So there's actually more than that, but almost all of those can be done on a flaccid penis. So if your guy can't get it up, there's still so much that you can do on his body, sexually speaking, that will send him to the moon. And a lot of women don't know, and a lot of guys don't know that when he's soft, he can still have an orgasm. He can still ejaculate.
Really?
Uh, Oh, yeah, absolutely. He doesn't have to be hard for that. And so there are so many ways to touch him to give him that orgasmic bliss. And the
Yeah.
thing is, men are so used, like, it's a psychological thing. When a guy can't get it up, he's
Hmm.
probably been rejected. Like, oh, he can't get it up. I guess we're not having any fun tonight. Like, game is over when he
Yeah.
can't get it up. And so you walk in the bedroom, you're like, honey, you don't even worry about it. Like, take away all his performance anxiety, make him so relaxed that he doesn't have to perform in any way, and then you like take him around the rings of Saturn. That
Hmm.
is like emotionally healing on a level he's never experienced. Because
Right.
that is true unconditional love. It's saying, I adore you and I love you and I crave you and we're gonna have some sexy fun playtime, whether you
Yeah.
can get it up or not.
Right.
That is like that's a holy grail for men to be fully accepted even if he can't get it up. Like that's not something he's used to.
I
And
love.
so it's super important to have some skills so that and I mean, ED affects, I don't know, what is it, like 60% of men over 40 will experience some type of erection issues.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh yeah, my guy, he doesn't really need that, well, just wait. Just
Yeah.
just wait. And even like medication, surgery, diabetes, there's like all these different reasons, stress at work, a lot of
Yeah.
different reasons where your guy won't be able to perform like he's used to in bed. And these are great skills to have up your sleeve to be able to still connect with him, not
Right.
reject him, and
Right.
actually heal a part of him, and take you guys to a totally different level of intimacy. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, ED should never be a roadblock. In
Right.
fact, okay, Stacey, I will say something that your viewers are going to be like, BS. But I swear to God, if your guy has ED,
Yeah.
either some or all of the time, you're more likely, at least in my world, to have a better sex life
Really?
than if he can get it up. And the reason why is because, okay, if he can get it up all the time, you're probably just, intercourse is that's the go-to. Okay, a
Yeah.
little bit of foreplay, get all warmed up, and then bam, intercourse, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. If you can't have intercourse, now you
Right.
got to look for other things to do.
Yeah.
And intercourse is one thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I could show you 69 different things to do. Like your hands can do more things than your kitty can. So,
Right.
so you're more likely to have way more variety, way more intimacy, way more fun and playfulness and passion in the bedroom if you can't
Right.
rely on just one thing. You have to, learn other things, other ways for him to please you without his penis.
Right.
He's got a tongue, he's got lips, he's got fingers, there's toys, there's all different ways that he can play with your body, and there's so many things you can do on his body that
Yeah.
don't require a penis going in a vagina.
Yes.
So yeah, bring on the ED. You're about to have a fabulous love life.
Love it. Oh my God.
Literally.
You
Like,
would really think that, once a person gets ED, a lot of women just like roll over to the other side of the bed and all right, it's over, And
yeah, exactly. And I mean, of course they're doing that. Women aren't trying to hurt guys. They're not trying to reject them. But
yeah.
we're not taught this stuff. Like this is really tough. This is hard information to find. It's not prevalent out there. When I first decided, okay, I'm going to go online, um, reach a global audience instead of just my friends and my neighbors and my immediate vicinity, I thought,
Yeah.
okay, is this already being taught out there? And I looked and looked and looked, and even the sex gurus out there who are like the top 10 hand jobs, da, 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 or those kind of things. I'm looking, I'm going, no, that's terrible. Don't, no, no, that's no, don't do that. Don't, that's horrible advice. And I thought,
Yeah.
okay, you can't find this stuff. And for years and years working with, it was over 2,000 guys. I think it was pretty close to 3,000, but I lost track after two. Um, there's a lot of things that you find out that just, being good at sex, you don't find out. Like I had
Right.
a lot of men confide in me and let me know, okay, why are they, most of them were with a partner. They were either
Hmm.
engaged or with a girlfriend or married or whatever. They had a significant other, like 98% of them. And so I was curious, and I was feeling a little guilty in the beginning and thinking, okay, so why are you coming to me? And I asked them that question, and they told me stuff they would never tell their significant other because
Wow.
they'd be permanently in the doghouse. So I learned a whole lot from those years with working with the men on in my office. And now I share that with women.
Yeah.
Because it's more than just the physical sexy techniques.
Hmm.
It's letting him off the hook to perform, for example, like with ED. It's learning how to communicate your needs. It's learning how to talk to your guy in a way to find out his needs, like what he really wants from you,
Yeah.
how he really feels when you do this, when you say that. How, wouldn't it be amazing for us women to be able to never fake an orgasm again?
Right. Mhm.
So to ask for what we want and to say, actually, I would really love it if we don't do that. We do this instead. Like to be able to have those tough bedroom conversations.
Right.
Like how freeing would that be? Oh
Yeah.
God. And so yeah, I just had to bring this to women. Because to me, I think I'm working for world peace here. If you can empower women in the bedroom, everything else just takes care of itself. Like the bedroom is hard stuff. That's tough stuff because we don't have the words.
Yes.
Nobody's taught us the words. How do you ask for what you want in bed? Really hard. And
Yeah.
so I think it's important that women know that because life is too long for a crappy relationship and crappy love life. It's
Oh,
way too long. So
yes.
let's have a long, happy relationship, passionate, playful relationship.
I
Yeah.
agree. What were some of the stories in those in when they came to you and they started telling you some things that they wouldn't even tell their significant other?
Okay, so I remember this one guy. He came in, really sweet guy. He was young. He was like, I don't know, early 30s or something. And he was engaged.
Hmm.
And I asked him, and this is the first time meeting him, but he was a real sweetheart and we had a great conversation while he was on the table. And I said, "What? So why you're engaged? Wow, congratulations. That's great. What's happening in your love life that you're coming to see me?" Because he was going on and on about how he loved his fiance. And I'm like, okay, there's a disconnect here. Why are you getting a happy ending massage from me?
Yeah.
And he got real somber and he said, well, honestly, the idea that I was about to marry someone and knowing that for the rest of my life, I was never going to have my penis touched again was really hard to take. And he actually started welling up because he was face up at that point. And because she never touched his penis. Like they had sex a lot, but she never actually reached for it. So it felt he felt rejected. And he
Mhm.
felt like that part of his body was shameful. Like, why wouldn't she want to touch that one? She'll touch every other part of his body. She'll even touch his feet and give him a foot rub, but she won't touch his penis. Like, that made him so sad. And it broke my heart a little bit too, because I thought, yeah, that's horrible. And so that really touched me how vulnerable he was and how important it was. Another guy said to me, I wish women would touch it like they like it. Because ladies, I'm talking to your lady audience here. Ladies,
Hmm.
they can tell when you're like all ew around a penis and his scrotum and all the things, like he feels that, girlfriend, like and he can tell when you're just, trying to get him hard just so you can stick it in. Like he can feel that. And
Yeah.
more than anything, men want you to touch it like you like it. Like you
Yeah.
can't get enough of it.
Right.
And that's what I do. That's the thing that I'm most passionate about is to take the ew out of touching a penis. Like to
Yeah.
make it more like, ooh, oh, okay, get over here, big boy. Like you push him down on the bed. I'm gonna have my way with you because I can't take my hands off of this delicious part of you because now you know what to do with it. Like
Right.
I tell women like if you don't know how to drive and
Hmm.
someone says, "Here, jump in my Lamborghini and take it for a spin,"
Right.
you're nervous. You don't want to drive that Lamborghini. You know you're going to smash it or
Yeah.
fender bender it or something. Like there's too many things and yeah. But if you go to driving school and
Yeah.
you go to like race car driving school and you learn you master that piece of machinery, now a Lamborghini is really fun. It's not scary at all. Right? So that's what I do with the penis and the male body. I help you understand how to touch it, why you need to touch it, how to
Right.
talk to your man while you're touching it, and get his feedback and all that, so that you are actually really curious about the male anatomy. You're actually enthusiastic about touching it. Then your sex life gets really fun. There's nothing scary about your sex life then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to take the taboo out of it. You got to shine a big old light on it and learn how it works. How like we wish men knew our parts, right? So that they can like surprise us and take us to the moon.
Right.
Well, we should do the same thing, don't you think? And the thing is, when you master, when you learn how to touch him in ways he can't even touch himself,
Yeah.
he's gonna wanna like he won't be outdone by you. Like he's gonna see, oh my God, she's getting so much better at this
Yeah.
skill. He's gonna feel like he needs to step up, which
Hmm.
is a good thing.
It
Let's
is
teach
a good
the
thing.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it behooves women to get good at touching his goods
Right.
because he'll want to reciprocate that.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Oh, wow. So you said that you don't like the word foreplay. So why does that term mismark, and what language or mindset do we prefer instead?
Uh, Great question. I don't like foreplay, the word foreplay, because it insinuates that this is the stuff that comes before the main event. Like
Right.
this is the, oh, okay, let's get through this, and this really amazing thing is over there. No,
Yeah.
we're like the learning how to touch him in all these different ways can be the main event. Like it's better, it can be better than intercourse. And that
Right.
comes from men telling me that. Like not just women, but men are going, "Oh my God, like her hands can do more than her kitty can." That came from a guy. And yeah, I remember one guy said, "Yeah, I thought the pinnacle of sex was intercourse. Like that's what we're all aiming for is that."
Right.
Until she started learning some things and like, oh yeah, now intercourse is not the pinnacle. There are things better than intercourse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to call all these erotic touches foreplay, I think just lessens the real impact that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, you combine these techniques with intercourse, you're going to have the best sex of your life. Like I'm not saying intercourse is something to be shunned, like to
Yeah.
replace intercourse with this. Not at all.
Right.
Um, like use them in conjunction. I was on Layla London's podcast, The Curious Girl Diaries, and
Yes.
she said she used my techniques on one of her partners, and he came on the show, and she called she called them like foreplay napalm. Okay, I'll take that. If you're gonna say foreplay and napalm in the same sentence, okay, I'll take that. And he said, yeah, it felt like I was a virgin. Like
Wow.
when you're a guy and you're virgin and you've never been touched down there before, those first touches are like, like he's just goo.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he said, I felt like a virgin again. So to me, that's not foreplay. That is a main event.
Yeah.
So
Oh, for
that's why I
sure.
don't like it. And like I call it spicy playtime.
I
That's what
like
I
that.
like to call it.
Yeah.
I call it dessert. Like all my techniques are named after food. So, you know, there my ladies in my membership, they have these like code words like, hey, you want some powdered sugar on those pancakes? And because there's like powdered sugar is actually a free technique I give away. Anyone can go watch it. It's like at rockthebedroom.com. It's
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
It's called powdered sugar. It's awesome. It'll blow them away. There's also a technique called pancakes. There's ravioli. There's ice cream. There's all these names for the techniques. And so,
Yeah.
you know, ladies are like bringing it up in mixed company, and he knows what she's talking about. She's like, you know, hey, I got some, should we pick up some maple syrup on the way home? And maple syrup is like a zinger of a technique. And he knows what she's talking about, but nobody else does.
Yeah. 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 They
So
think they're
good.
going to make pancakes for dinner.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna make more than pancakes.
Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. Now,
So,
what's one of the misconceptions that women have about the penis? Like, let's debunk a myth or two that holds people back, because there are quite a few of them, and you hear women talk all the time. Well, when they do talk.
Yeah, yeah. There's a bunch. I mean, we did talk about one, like if he can't get it up, then sex is not happening. Yeah, absolute myth. Sex is about to get a whole lot more fun if he can't get it up. The idea that well, he can masturbate all the time, and so why would I come along and just touch his penis? Like he's not going to be happy with that. He's
Yeah,
not like that's not going to be enough for him.
yeah,
But that's a complete myth because, like I said, your hands can do more things than your vagina can. Your
right.
vagina can basically go the plain old up and down. That's what your vagina does.
Yeah, yeah,
And I can show you dozens and dozens and dozens of more things that you can do in ways that he can't do for himself, which
right.
makes you indispensable. Like you can be better at touching his stuff than he can be because you
Right,
can get at him from angles and directions that he physically cannot.
right.
So you can actually be better at
Mhm.
pleasuring him than he can for
Right.
himself. Yeah. And another misconception is like women think, okay, if guys are doing this, plain old up and down for the audience members who are just listening to this, plain old up and down, we all know what that is. If that's all he's doing to himself, then isn't that all he really needs from me?
Yeah.
Well, that's like saying if he's in a desert and
Hmm.
there's muddy water and he drinks the muddy water, like that's really all he needs? No, he's going to drink muddy water because that's all that's available. That's all he knows to do on himself, mostly. But you're going to show him there's clean, crystal clear water. There's lemonade. There's
Yeah,
margaritas. There's a whole bunch of different things you can drink. You just haven't
yeah,
tried them yet. So
exactly.
he can't even imagine the things that she can do on him because he can't physically do it for himself. So
Right,
he doesn't even know how to ask for the things that are possible
right,
because
right.
they just don't exist in his brain.
Oh,
So, yeah,
so
ladies, do not rely on your guy telling you, oh, yeah, this is all I need. This is good. Yeah, no, you're going to surprise him. You're going to take him over the moon and make him look at you with heart emojis in his eyes and like you're the best thing since pizza and beer. There's
yes,
no
there's
settling required here. There's like, oh my gosh, this is like fabulous. What are you doing for the next 50 years kind of conversations. Like he's going to want to put a ring on it. There
right,
is no, oh, let's just, do the bare minimum.
right.
Divorce starts between the sheets and ends between the lawyers.
Yes.
It starts between the sheets. So don't ever do the bare minimum in bed.
Yeah,
Like find ways to woo each other. Complacency is the biggest killer of relationships.
right.
And so this is a way of like whether it's finding out on how to do erotic massage on your guy
Yeah,
or learning how to get better at communication or at going with him on more golf trips or whatever to just like spice things up, keep the variety, be engaged, do it, ladies. Like, don't be complacent because that will kill your relationship. And it's
yeah.
a slow death. You don't even see it coming until 20 years down the road, you're both miserable and too much water is under the bridge. And a lot of my ladies in my programs, that's where they're at. And they're like, oh my God, okay, please help us because we don't even know how we got here. I
Right.
would love it if women came to me before it got that bad.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know, like just spice things up in the bedroom, keep things spicy. You'll both benefit from it. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Now, can't couples just watch porn or a book or a a sexy getaway? Like, why isn't that enough? And how do you go deeper than a quick fix?
Um, yeah, I would say like yeah, you can watch porn, but honestly, it's entertainment. It's not education.
Yeah.
I'm not dissing porn, but most people are using it for education. Like, oh, I'm going to get some tips. Ooh, look, she seems to like it on the screen there, so I'm going to try that. No, 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 no. It's completely unrealistic. It's entertainment, not education. So there's that.
Yeah.
Also, going away on vacations to get the spark back, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, when you get home,
Great.
then a couple of weeks later, things go back to normal. Things go back to wah wah, you know? I mean, and the reason why vacation sex is so good is because there's constant variety. There's new food, new environment, new excursions. Like it's just new and exciting. And of course, that's going to carry itself into the bedroom. But
Yeah.
like good sex thrives on variety. So
Yeah.
when you come home, then it's same old, same old. So in the bedroom, yeah, same old creeps back in. So
Exactly.
so that's why having lots of different techniques to introduce and to mix and match in the bedroom serves you because it's constant variety without
Yeah.
having to spend hundreds or thousands on a big vacation or take time off work or whatever. Like it's a band-aid on a gushing wound.
Yeah.
And so you need to actually address the wound and stitch up that vein.
Yes.
Otherwise the problem is just going to keep coming back.
100%. a hundred
Yeah.
percent. And I
Yeah.
think sometimes people do look at those things like, and they think it's reality. It's like, hello, it's not reality, That's all, you look at movies sometimes and people think that the sex is just like the movies, and then when they hop in bed with somebody and it's not like that, and the sparks aren't flying, and it's like, where's the background music? Why am I not feeling the way, they're feeling, because it's
Yeah.
not realistic. You could have hot sex, but if you're trying to compare yourself to 50 Shades of Grey, or you're trying to compare yourself to certain shows, it's just not, it's just, or even porn, it's just not realistic, I don't think.
Yeah, we got this idea that great sex or great relationship is putting two mind readers together who just
Hmm.
he just knows everything about my body, like just like in the movies and the books or whatever, like oh he just knows. No, a good relationship and a good love life is putting two people together who can communicate clearly their needs and their desires and
Yeah.
ask each other and be curious and all that. It's not just coming together. Oh, this should just be natural.
Yeah.
What? You got body parts I don't have. How? So nothing about that is natural because and it's not like we grew up knowing, the intricacies about a penis and the scrotum and all the different parts and where the
Yeah.
all the erogenous zones are and like we don't grow up with this education. It's so taboo. It's not talked about in polite society. So of
Yeah.
course we need training. It's like we take a cooking class if we want to get better at cooking, and
Yeah.
there's no taboo around that. We should be
Right.
having sex education and with no shame around it.
Exactly.
And yeah, a lot of ladies they jump into my programs and they're like, "Oh, should I tell my guy that I'm taking this? I don't know." And I'm like, "Oh my God, yes, tell him you're taking this education because for one, let's talk about sex. Let's talk
Mhm.
about it because then we can fix it. If there's problems, we can fix it if we can talk about it." And
Yeah.
also, he's like, "Oh, so you're taking this just for me? Like no one else has experienced what ravioli is that you're doing on me? Like no one else has experienced maple syrup? Like really? I'm the only one?" He's over the moon. But you got to embrace that education. You got to
Hmm.
embrace it and be willing to talk about it.
Yes.
I think I
100%.
got off topic there. I can't remember where we started, but that's where I ended.
Oh. So what simple thing can our listeners do tonight to add a little spice to their love life immediately?
Um, well, other than the free technique that I give away on my website, rockthebedroom.com, you can do that. But before you go there, I will say, no matter what it is that you're doing in the bedroom,
Hmm.
even if you don't learn anything new,
Yeah.
I recommend that you just, whatever you're doing, you just slow it down. Like when you're kissing him, instead of a quick peck, slow it down. Even making out, just slow down the pace, a little slower motion.
Yeah.
It's more sensual. It seems like you're more into it.
Yeah.
If you are touching your guy's body and he's getting all excited, don't go faster. I know the instinct is, oh, harder, faster. Yeah, yeah. No, slow it down. It'll drive it crazy. It'll
Yeah.
just be wild, and it'll increase the pleasure when you slow it down because you tell your guy non-verbally, oh, I don't want this to be over quite yet. I want to linger here. I want to savor this. I haven't gotten enough of you, and I don't want this to end anytime soon. Like, and that is such a turn on, right? So if you're touching him, do it slow motion. If you do the free powdered sugar technique that I give away on rockthebedroom.com, you go super slow, girl. You like so slow. The slower you go, the more he will moan. Slow equals moan. Write that down, everybody. Just slow it down, no matter what you do. Even um if you walk past him in the kitchen and your hand grazes the back of his neck, do it slower. Like just slow everything down, girls. That
Yeah.
sounds so simple, too simple to be effective. Try
Right.
it, find out. Yeah,
Oh.
slow everything down.
Now, can you give us a few more techniques that we can learn about?
I would say be aware of, hmm. So there are 10 different hot spots on your guys in your guys' private area. Okay. A big hot spot is so at the base of the head, which
Yeah.
the mushroom cap that kind of goes under. So underneath there is the neck of the penis, it's called the neck. Um, and that little bulge of the head just above the neck is the crown. So if you get your finger underneath the crown into the neck, and on
Yeah.
all penises it's different. Sometimes it's a very bulbous head, and sometimes it's not much of a delineation between the head and the shaft.
Yeah.
But get in there and go around, kind of like you're getting underneath the head and swirl around it. And even the frenulum, which is the point. I'm trying to describe this for the listeners who can't see what I'm doing right now. But
Yeah.
if you're looking at the head and it's pointed up towards his belly button, there's
Mhm.
a place at the crown of the head, the base of the head, that kind of goes up into that upside down V.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's the frenulum. You'll
Hmm.
also hear it termed frenum. And if
Hmm.
you do stuff in there, that's got a lot of nerve endings. It's very sensitive area. Goes again, super slow, but that's a real sensitive area. I can show you lots of different things to do in there. Um, but but more than anything, let your guy off the hook.
Yeah.
And there's a script that I give you. But basically it's letting him off the hook to perform. Like just treat your guy, give. Just give to him and don't expect him to reciprocate. And in fact, tell him, okay, for the next 10 minutes, however long,
Yeah.
uh, for the next 10 minutes, okay, say this to your guy. This is so good. For the next 10 minutes, my hands are the only hands doing the touching. Your
Mm.
hands are not doing the touching. I want you to interlink your fingers and put your hands behind your head or sit or like put them under your butt so you're kind of sitting on them. And
Yeah.
and you could say, "Okay, I'm going to energetically speaking tie your wrists to my bedposts
Hmm.
so I can have my way with you." You whisper in his ear. You lean right down and instead of saying, "I don't want you to touch me," which is a bit of a turnoff. You make it so that he doesn't have to touch you because he's going
Yeah.
to want to touch you. He's going to be thinking, oh, she's doing all this stuff to me. I need to reciprocate. Or I
Hmm.
look like an ass. Like I'm just taking and I'm not giving. A lot of guys will have a problem with that, which is
Right.
lovely. I love that men want to reciprocate. This is great. That means your guy's not a narcissist. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Um, and but energetically or physically tie his wrists to your bedpost and have your way with him.
Right.
Have your way with him. Like by you, ladies, taking the initiative
Hmm.
and pleasuring your guy, just like push him down on the bed and go, "Oh no, baby, I got this." You
Hmm.
just lay there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take care of you for a bit. You just relax. And I'm going to take you to see God and then take him to see God. Like when you can initiate, and I know if you don't know how to initiate, that's super scary what I just said.
Right.
That's what I teach you is how to initiate in a way that it's not scary and in a
Right.
way that will just, I mean, it's honestly, once you have a couple skills to walk into the bedroom with,
Hmm.
and in the first 10 seconds you see him melt under your touch,
Yeah.
all of that anxiety that you just had, that nervous energy dissipates
Hmm.
because you see that you can do no wrong. You're
Right.
you're already, you don't have to get good at it. You don't have to perfect these techniques. You just try them out for the first time and you
Yeah.
watch him melt and
Right.
your confidence immediately goes up. So
Right.
do initiate. Let
Hmm.
him know that you don't have to be talked into this. You are eager to touch his body. That,
Right.
more than anything, is such a turn on for a guy. And
I
then
love.
watch how he takes you to the moon after that. Like he will be so turned on, he's going to want to give you just as much bliss.
Right. I
Yeah.
love it. Oh, I love it. Now, for some women, they think, why should I rock the bedroom? Isn't that his job? What do you respond to that?
I mean, we're so used to him taking the initiative and being in control in the bedroom and us going along with whatever he wants to do. But
Hmm.
the thing is, your pleasure is not his responsibility.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility.
Right.
Because if you give all your power to the guy
Right.
and you then your confidence, your happiness, your pleasure, all that stuff is not within your control. Like you're dependent on him. And so if he drops the ball, then oh, no pleasure. Then oh, no confidence. So you don't give your power away. Like being fulfilled sexually or otherwise is
Yeah.
your responsibility. And the thing is that that's not really a burden. It's empowering
Yeah.
to know that you have the control to have a fabulous sex life.
Right.
It's within your control. You are not dependent on anybody else. You're not waiting for him to give you a good orgasm. You
Right.
know how to ask for him to, oh, a little bit to the left or whatever. It's really hard for people to talk in the bedroom, to ask for what they want. It's
Yeah.
really important that women learn that skill so that they are taking back their power and and get being as satisfied as they want in the bedroom. That is
Yeah.
completely within their own reach. So yeah, it's not the guy's responsibility. It's ours.
Yes.
It's ours. And that is really super important. Super important. That is the foundation of all really fabulous relationships that
Yeah.
I have witnessed. She has
Hmm.
taken back her own power.
I
And
love it.
let me tell you, that's not emasculating. Guys love to see a woman step into her power in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Dang, like that's hot.
Hmm.
That's hot. Yeah, you are not threatening a guy when you are more assertive in the bedroom. He's
Right.
gonna like it. Yeah.
I love that. So when they go into your program, are they going to learn like 69 techniques to touch a man's penis?
Yeah, and a whole lot more than that too. A lot of communication skills, actually. Yeah, there are all the techniques all online for people to watch at their own pace in the privacy of their own bedroom, that's all online. But we also have coaching calls where women can gather, like on Zoom, and know that they're not alone. That's the most powerful thing, the camaraderie that the ladies have. You would think that women don't want to air their sexual laundry um, to strangers, of course, and that makes sense. But what ends up happening is women are like, "Oh my gosh, I have that issue too, and here's what I did, and it really helped."
Right.
Women's dryness issues. Oh my gosh, like all the recommendations that other women have tried and go, "Oh, you got to try this. This is great." And to just be able to talk about issues, or I tried this and this is what happened. I'm not sure how to deal with that. To have a safe place to talk about this stuff, because you're not going to talk to your mom about this, or your girlfriend who doesn't know any more than you, right? So it's there's a lot that they learn in addition to to the 69 different techniques. Yeah. But I highly recommend people start with the free thing. Don't be signing up on any of my programs unless you try the free thing first, to just dip your toes, because this is sex ed. So a lot of women are concerned that it's going to feel like porn. It's going to be
Mm,
all bow chicka wow wow, and it's actually very clinical, almost like it's I really wanted it to not feel bow chicka wow wow. I wanted it to feel very educational.
right.
Um, and so when you watch the free training at rockthebedroom.com, you're gonna be able to see sort of what the training looks like, to see if you are even comfortable looking at what is on the screen, because I'm not demonstrating on a cucumber. It's a real live man's penis and scrotum and all the things. So yeah, dip your toes in just to see if that's something that feels good. You'll
Right.
know. You'll know.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So tell everybody again one more time the name of your website so they can go to sign up.
It's rockthebedroom.com. And the only thing to do on there is to get the free thing. You don't even have to look for it. It's
Mhm.
right at the top of the page.
Love it.
And then you will rock the bedroom. It's 11-minute training. It's super easy to go through. And if you want more, then on the thank you page, there is another training on there. So, yeah, go check it out. It's fun. But make sure the kids are out of the room. Like,
Yeah.
make sure you're not watching this in the office, because spicy stuff, only adults can watch it, because there's nudity. It's very tasteful, very professional, but it is nudity. Yeah.
Right. I love it. I love it. Now, if you had to take today's conversation and you want to emphasize on some important factors, what are the main things you'd like to really make sure that the listeners walk away with?
I would say the main thing is, girlfriend, this is about you. This isn't even about your guy. This isn't about really pleasing him, although you will. You will 100%. But this is more about you ladies stepping into your queen self,
Hmm.
glowing up and feeling good about you, feeling good in your body, feeling sexy, bringing that passion to the surface, feeling your lusciousness again. Like,
Yeah.
just feeling awesome sensually, and
Right.
embracing that sensual part of you. That's what really this is about. Yeah, your guy's going to get a lot out of this, but more than anything, you deserve to feel amazing all on
Right.
your own.
Hmm.
So, more than anything, that's what I want to emphasize here, that anything that I do, and all the love life advice that I give, it revolves around the idea that, girlfriend, you're a queen. Let's really bring that queen self out to
Yeah.
shine very
Yes.
brightly. Yeah.
100%. I love it. I love it. Well, this has been amazingly. I hope you'll come back on the show. I really want to have you back and we could
I
talk
would
some.
love to. Super juicy.
Yeah, super juicy. I love it. I love it. Definitely. You're amazing. And I love how you're bringing, awareness and you're really spunking people's confidence and really, teaching people things that they really want to learn more about, but they're afraid to ask, And, these are questions and things women want to know. They want to know the answers to. They want to know, how should I do this? What should I do for this? I have this problem. And sometimes when you don't, a lot of times women don't have anyone to talk to, even if they have a BFF, it might not be the right BFF to share these type of things with, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to talk about these things with just anybody. You have to know the right group of women to be able to, share these things with. So I'm so glad you're doing this, and I really commend you, to doing it, and thank you so much. And I'm going to check out that video. I'm very curious.
Yeah, this I have the best job in the world. This is so much fun for me. And on our coaching calls, we just laugh. And it's just, I love bringing levity to this topic. So I just commend you, Stacey, for being open-minded enough to be able to have these conversations
Yeah,
and it not feel weird. And so thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. And yes, I would love to come back.
I love to have you back. I love it. You have a great day.
Thank you, you too.